Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome in as we have two teams remaining here in the MIAA tournament. It's going to be the Adrian College Bulldogs as the visitors taking on the home team Kalamazoo College Hornets here as a rematch for game one. Taking a look at how we got here. Game one was Adrian College versus Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo won 5-4. And then we had game two where Calvin lost to Alma 2-0. Of course, going on to game three, we had Kalamazoo beat Alma 11-0 in just 7 innings, moving Kalamazoo on to this game. Taking a look at the losers bracket, we had Adrian College beat Calvin in game 4 5-1, and then AC trumped over Alma with a 3-0 victory, sending them here. And this brings us to today. We will find ourselves a champion in the tournament as we get things ready to roll here. Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Adrian College Bulldogs as they will bat first as the visitors. They will have a leadoff man in Lincoln Hayward, and then Nick Bruder batting second with Ryan Davis at pitcher and DH. He'll be batting in the 3-hole. David Kedrow batting fourth. Easton Rogers hitting fifth, playing in left. New position for him. Normally see him DH. Then we got Jake Burns at first. Jackson McGuigan in center. And Philip Velardo at second. And then rounding out the order, Rolando Jimenez playing third. Now taking a look over at the home lineup. We're going to have Cooper Mills leading off, the shortstop who helped get the Hornets here. Caleb Moore is going to bat second. Ryer Reinhardt in the 3-hole. And then Logan Lockhart, who's done it all in this tournament. He'll be batting cleanup with Hawkins in the 5-hole. Stekow in 6. Bakari batting 7th. Pricing and Newland rounding out the order for the Hornets. And it's going to be looking at the defense that will start the day for the Hornets. We take a look at Orvis at pitcher, Moore catching, Reinhardt at first, Stekow at second, Pricing at third, Mills at short, and the outfield will be Hawkins, Lockhart, and Newland. DHing is Bakari. We are now going to step aside for a short break for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College. Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back as we've got the anthem out of the way and we're getting ready to start some MIAA tournament play here on ACTV as we take a quick refresher at the Kalamazoo defense. It's going to be their starting pitcher, number 2, Carson Orvis, and his catcher is going to be Moore with Reinhardt at first, Stakau at second, Mills at short, Pricing at third, and then Hawkins in left, Lockhart in center, and Newland over there in right. Their DH is going to be number 31, Daniel Bakari, who helped them in their dominant win against Alma. Of course, only had to go 7 innings as it was the shortest game in this tournament. And now we're going to take a quick look over at the Adrian College batting order. Guaranteed to see Hayward, Bruder, and Davis in this inning. If we go further than that, it'll be David Kedrow batting cleanup with Easton Rogers in the 5-hole, Jake Burns batting 6th, and we'll close things out with McGuigan, Villardo, and Jimenez, who will anchor this Bulldogs lineup today. Should be an exciting game as these two teams faced off earlier in the series. As we go ahead, take a look at Carson Orvis and his stats coming into today. It's going to be a 3.97 ERA. He's 4-3 in his appearances of 13 games, started 9 of those, along with 1 complete game. He went 1 shutout. He's pitched 47 2/3 innings this season with 52 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 21 earned runs as Lincoln Hayward has stepped into the box. And we're getting ready to get things rolling here. Let's play some baseball here in the MIAA tournament on a nice, cool Friday at noon. First pitch on its way. In there for strike 1 looking. And it's going to get things rolling for Orvis as he looks to get a long day of work in. That's going to be inside for strike 2. Hayward hasn't flinched at a pitch yet, and he's down 0-2 in the count. Hayward stands in. Orvis with the 0-2 pitch, fouled off by Hayward. A little bit too far underneath it. It'll bring us to 0-2 once again. Orvis comes set, the 0-2 delivery. Hits Hayward, he'll take his base. Eats that one off the shoulder. So it'll be a runner on first for Nick Bruder, the shortstop, who's held down the number 2 spot in the lineup for the Bulldogs this entire tournament. First time Bruder has faced off against Orvis, and he'll send it over to first. It gets through the legs of Reinhardt. Hayward rounds for third, slides in, not in time. Hayward is out at third. A great throw on from second baseman Stakau, gunning Hayward at third as he got greedy rounding the bag. And when he came in with that reckless slide, it got him just in time. It will move Bruder up to second as it'll put a runner in scoring position for the starting pitcher on today's game, Ryan Davis. Set a record last night with his 14th career save. He now holds that for the Bulldogs as he'll watch in this first pitch low for a strike. Filling up the zone in this opening inning is Orvis. He hasn't really pitched around to any of these batters. He'll check on Bruder, who will dance around a little bit. Orvis delivers, and that'll be low. Ball one. Brings us to a 1-1 count with one out and a runner on second. Davis stands in, ready to work. Orvis checks on second, delivers. Inside for ball two. Right after I mentioned he hadn't really pitched around any of the batters, he's working in at bat here against Ryan Davis. 2-1 the count. Pickoff attempt at second. Bruder had the ball bounce off of him, but it skipped right over to Mills at short, keeping Bruder stuck on second. Orvis comes set, checks the bag. He'll deliver the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Brings us to 2-2. Two the count with one out. Carson Orvis on the mound. Swung on in a big hit, fly ball. It'll pull foul for Ryan Davis. So runner stays at second. We'll redo the 2-2 count. It's on its way inside for ball three. Brings our count full. Does have first base empty. If he walks Davis, it could set up for a potential double play. He's on its way. Davis will foul this off. Almost took out the third base coach. Just able to avoid it. As Bruder's hit will officially be classified as an error by the first baseman. The payoff pitch on its way, swung on and missed. So that'll sit down Ryan Davis and bring up the cleanup hitter. Oh, they're going to call it foul ball, so Ryan Davis will stay in there. Thought Moore might have caught it after it tipped off the bat, but it turns out he dropped it, so we'll get this payoff pitch one more time. 3-2's the count. Bruder on second. Orvis delivers, and it'll be fouled off once again by Ryan Davis, staying alive. Pitcher for the Bulldogs today has worked a long at-bat here, just not wanting to go down. Orvis with the payoff pitch, fouled off once again for Davis. Orvis trying to bring that pitch inside, get Davis to roll over on it, over to Pricing at third. Of course, if the ball does go to third base, Bruder likely not going to advance. It'll be a put out at first. Orvis delivers, once again fouled off down the third base line by Davis. Over and over again, Davis keeps fouling the ball off down the third base line. It is putting Orvis in a tough situation as he still has two outs to go through, and he can't get Ryan Davis out of this at-bat. Orvis comes set. Checks on Bruder. Delivers the payoff pitch. Another foul ball for Ryan Davis. Looks like that one just barely came shy of the highway over there behind the third base line. 3-2 once again. Inside, and Ryan Davis will take a trip to first. That'll bring up a two-runner situation for David Kedrow. In the first matchup against the Hornets, David Kedrow was able to muster up 2 hits, both of which were singles. He scored both times he entered the base paths. Orvis has walked 2 batters in this inning. One was a hit by pitch. That last one, a long at-bat. First offering on its way. It'll be low for ball 1. David Kedrow, an MIAA Athlete of the Year for baseball. The 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Runners on first and second. Orvis delivers, checked up, and they'll say he went around, so that's going to bring us to a 1-2 count. Orvis accredited with the strike there. Of course, big game for the Bulldogs, as if they win this, they'll force a Game 7 in the tournament that we'll play just after. That's going to be fouled off by Kedrow, right into the leg. Common theme for David Kedrow in this tournament is he has been taking a lot of hits on those legs. Of course, the catcher for the Bulldogs, anytime that ball breaks away, seems to find him right above those knee guards. We'll do this again. 1-2 the count. No pickoff at second. Orvis delivers low for ball 2. Brings us even. Ryan Davis stands at first. Nick Bruder sits at second. He's been there for what feels like an eternity. The 2-2 pitch rolled over on its way to Mills at short. He doesn't have a chance at 2. Play on at first, and Kedrow can't beat it out. A nice stretch by Reinhardt. Bruder gets a little jumpy over there at third. Might have had a thought about going home for a second. As we take a look here at the play at first, Kedrow was trying to beat it out to the best of his ability, but a great throw by Mills. Doesn't even think about turning 2. Just takes the easy out at first. And that'll bring up Easton Rogers. Grand slam yesterday as he'll step into the box. Watches the first pitch through for ball 1. 2 runners in scoring position for Easton Rogers. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Brings us to 1-1 with 2 outs. That grand slam yesterday was what the Bulldogs needed, as it gave them a 4-1 lead at the time. They ended up taking that victory over Calvin. That ball skipped in there for ball 2. Rogers will get back in the box. Bruder looks like he's trying to get Orvis's attention a little bit. Delivers right up the middle, gets past the second baseman. 1 run will score. Davis rounds third, on his way home. No play to be made, and Rogers will stay at first. It's a 2 RBI single for Easton Rogers, as he'll get this party started for the Bulldogs. Just a great piece of hitting, finding the pitch he wants and sends it right back up the middle. Orvis dodged out of the way, and it almost looked like the ball had a mind of its own as it avoided the glove of Steckow. Moving on to the shallow outfield, sending the 2 runners in. Now up to the dish, Jake Burns, the first baseman. He'll watch the first pitch in for a strike. Orvis, the lefty, has an advantage at holding runners at first. Second offering inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Orvis comes set, delivers, in there for strike two. Orvis delivers, swung on and missed. Jake Burns can't catch up to it, and that'll end the inning. Orvis gives up two and sends Jake Burns down on strikes. That'll do it for the end of the inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA baseball play here on ACTV.
Become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back as we take a look here at the defense for the Adrian College Bulldogs. It's going to be Ryan Davis on the mound, and catching him today will be David Kedrow, with Burns at first, Velardo at second, Bruder over there at shortstop, Jimenez at third, and then you got Rogers, McGuigan, and Hayward manning the outfield. Taking a look over at the Kalamazoo batting order, it's going to be Cooper Mills leading off, with Caleb Moore batting second, Ryer Reinhardt in the three-hole. We're guaranteed to see those first three batters. And then it'll be Logan Lockhart batting cleanup, Tanner Hawkins batting fifth, and sixth will be Stekau. And then we go Bakari, who's DHing, Pricing batting eighth, and Newland rounding things out in the nine-hole. As I mentioned earlier, Ryan Davis did set that record for career saves for the Bulldogs yesterday night. As first batter he'll see is going to be Cooper Mills. So Mills will stand in. First time playing against the Bulldogs, he went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. First pitch there, in for a strike. Brings our count to 0-1. On its way, it's going to be strike two looking for Cooper Mills. Just like Hayward started, not even blinking at the ball as it comes across the plate. Sets up the 0-2 pitch. In there for strike three looking, and Cooper Mills will have to sit down. Not a lot he can do there. That'll bring up the catcher, Caleb Moore. Caleb Moore enters this at-bat with a .415 batting average in 135 at-bats. It's going to be another strike thrown by Ryan Davis, as he's yet to throw a ball to a batter. That's going to be skied in there to shallow right. On his track, and an easy play made over there by Lincoln Hayward. As Ryan Davis just filling up the zone, not wanting to pitch around any of these batters. He'll now face off against Ryer Reinhardt, who hit a home run against Alma to close out that game. First pitch low for ball one. Davis delivers. In there for strike one looking. Ryer Reinhardt has played some great defensive first base in this tournament as he skies one to right field. Hayward tracks it well, and the third out of the inning as Ryan Davis goes 3 up, 3 down, and we'll move on to the top of the second with the Bulldogs leading 2-0. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
We're back with Jackson McGuigan in the box. He'll watch the first pitch outside for ball one, as it's the game 6 of the MIAA tournament. It's going to be a rematch from game 1. It's the 1 seed versus the 4 seed. Second pitch rolled over by McGuigan, played on by the third baseman over to first for the routine play. Nice throw by Pricing as he rifled it over to Reinhardt. Taking a look, McGuigan just got over top of it, something he's done a lot in this tournament. Like to see him barrel the ball up better. And it's an easy play by Pricing. As the first pitch in there for a ball against Villardo. Orvis delivers inside. Villardo doesn't move. That's going to send him to first. It would have been the second hit batter by Orvis in this game. Third pitch in there for a strike. Brings us to 2-1. Orvis winds and throws. The 2-1 fouled off by Villardo. It's going to bring us to 2-2, and the umpire giving the second baseman here a quick little breather. Also going to check on the ball to make sure it's not too tore up. 2-2 as Orvis delivers low for ball 3. It's going to bring us to a full count for the second batter of the inning. Orvis delivers the payoff, swung on down the third base line, unable to pick it out of the dirt was Pricing, and Villardo rounds for second. On his way, no play to be made at the bag. Villardo in there safe with the head first slide. Just a great piece of hitting by Villardo. Pulled it right down the third base line. Pricing unable to pick it. And Villardo with the aggressive base running slides in there head first and fires up this Bulldog dugout. Now Rolando Jimenez up. Played second most of this tournament. Sitting there at third today. As Ryan Davis is, of course, pitching, the usual third baseman for the Bulldogs. First pitch in there for a strike. Orvis already used a lot of pitches in this game, sitting around 40, where Ryan Davis hasn't even eclipsed 10 yet. Second offering outside for ball 1. Brings our count to 1-1 with 1 out and a runner on second. Orvis checks on Velardo. He delivers low for ball 2. Orvis started out strong, but he has cooled off since. It's been tough for him to find the zone, it feels. As the pickoff attempt over at second, not in time. Velardo dives back safe. So a runner in scoring position for Jimenez. After the double, he'll swing on this. It's rolled over to Reinhardt, will take it himself on to first. The unassisted 3 on the out, and that'll advance Velardo to third. As unfortunately Jimenez tried to push the ball but hit it straight to Reinhardt. Didn't even have to move to make the play, as he'll jog on over to first for the out, and that'll bring up Lincoln Hayward. He homered in the first game against the Hornets for a 2 RBI shot. Got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat of the day. First offering, it's going to be above the zone for ball 1. Got to put a ball in play and reach if you're Lincoln Hayward. Checks up. It'll be strike 1. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Swung on and fouled off. So brings us to 1-2 with 2 outs. And Velardo at third. Orvis comes set. Velardo fakes a steal. Hayward rolls over. Reinhardt plays over to Orvis at first, and he'll beat out Hayward. That'll get us out of the inning as Orvis avoids all damage, and we'll move on to the bottom of the second, as it's Hayward who pushed the ball on to first, and back-to-back outs see Reinhardt and Orvis make a play as Reinhardt flips it on to Orvis. And we will be back with more MIAA baseball action here on ACT.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our numbers so far in this game, Adrian leads 2-0 as we enter the bottom of the second with 2 hits, and Kalamazoo has committed an error. Ryan Davis, only 8 pitches thus far in this game, 7 of which were strikes. He got some assistance from his defense with 2 flyouts as the first pitch is in there for strike 1 looking. Davis sends it on for out. It's going to be outside for ball 1. The 1-1 offering on its way. Big swing. Another fly ball. Tracking it is McGuigan in center. Moves over to the right center gap slightly, but it's going to be a put out for the Bulldogs. Just too far underneath it for Hawkins. Or Lockhart, mind you, as he skied that one to center, and it's a pretty routine play for McGuigan. First pitch in there for a strike against Hawkins. Davis delivers, second pitch. He's finding the edges of the zone nicely. And the Kalamazoo hitters trying to hold off, as this third offering is going to be well outside and ended up in the other batter's box. So far outside, it threw Kedro off. This one's skied in the air. It's pushing foul, and it'll get out of the field of play. So we'll do it again. 1-2 the count with one out for Hawkins. The left fielder stands in. We take a look at Davis's stats on the season. This is his third start in the season. As he delivers, and it's fouled off by Hawkins. Tanner Hawkins, standing in the box, came into today with a .297 batting average. This pitch well outside for ball two. Brings us even at 2. Davis delivers. Swung on down the third base line. And rounding first, going for second is Hawkins. He'll be in there with a slide as the throw just a little too late. And that'll give the Hornets their first base runner of the day. As good piece of hitting by Hawkins, turned on it, and Jimenez was set up too far from the bag, got right down the line. Seen a little bit of a stumble there out of Hawkins as he rounded first. Still able to keep his pace up as he slides in feet first to second. And it puts a runner in scoring position for Steckow. Davis in there for strike one. Davis pitching a lot of strikes, none of which are really phenomenal pitches to hit. The Hornets aren't playing overly patient. They just think these pitches are coming across as balls. That's in there for strike two. Maybe the best pitch to hit all day out of Ryan Davis. And Steckow held off. Oh, 0-2 is the count. Delivers, swung on, rolled over to Jimenez. Throw on to first, and that'll retire Steckow. Jimenez with a nice job holding Hawkins at second. Just a quick rifle from Rolando Jimenez. Usually plays second. Much longer distance on that throw as Steckow didn't catch all of it, and Jimenez makes the out of position play look routine. Davis checks on second, delivers in there for strike one. Just painting the edges is Ryan Davis in this ball game. And he'll throw him off like he did with Steckow and just float a breaking ball right down the middle. Ryan Davis, the 0-1 pitch in there for strike two, swinging. Unable to catch up to it was Bakari. DH had a good day against Alma, went 3 for 4 yesterday in their only action that they seen. Outside for ball one. Well, I'll say when Davis throws out of the zone, he throws pretty obviously out of the zone. As Kedro's almost setting up in the other batter's box to receive some of these outside pitches. 1-2 is the count with 2 outs. Davis delivers, fouled back by Bakari. Everything's set. Davis checks on second. Throws on for a ball. Bakari didn't even start the first game against the Bulldogs. He pinch hit and ended up coming out of it with an RBI. The 2-2 pitch. On its way. Swung on. High fly ball to right field. Tracking it. Making a play up near the wall. Ryan Davis will get out of it. Giving up one hit and no runs as we'll move on to the top of the third. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Ten years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter of ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
On the day, yeah.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Taking a look at Carson Orvis so far on the day. He's pitched 2 innings with 48 pitches, given up 2 hits and 2 runs, one of which was earned. Of course, they had that error there in the first inning. Keeps one of those runs from being credited as an earned. As Orvis delivers the second offering for ball 2. Second time through the lineup for Carson Orvis. As he's facing Nick Bruder. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed by Nick Bruder. Two and 1 the count. Orvis delivers in there for strike 2. Really close to the edge there. Thought it might have caught Bruder's elbow guard, and it stayed clean and found the zone. Outside for ball 3. It's going to bring us full. Orvis with the payoff pitch on its way. Bruder bloops one into shallow right center. Coming over to field it will be Lockhart as he'll hit his cutoff man and get the ball on second, holding Bruder at first. Good job just belting this one by Bruder right there into the open part of the field as it found some grass and got down. Pushed it there right into right center as a shift is on by the Hornets, and it's leaving right center even more open as well as down the right field line. They're playing Ryan Davis as a pull side hitter, and based on the fact that he fouled off about 1 million pitches last time and all of them went pull side, as he'll clobber this one straight into the glove of the third baseman, and Bruder gets back in time. That'll get one down for Orvis. As Kedro will come up. David Kedro, one at bat. He put a ball in play and advanced the runners, but was unable to reach on a play at first. Orvis delivers in there for strike one. Brings our count to 0-1 with one out. A double play ball here would get Orvis out of this inning. Pickoff attempt at first, and Bruder steps back cleanly. Pretty easy play for the shortstop as he had barely come off the bag. Lefty just trying to keep him honest. Orvis delivers, and it's fouled off by Kedro. Brings our count to 0-2. Bruder taking an early lead. Orvis delivers low for ball one. 1-2 is the count. Orvis over 50 pitches in this outing now. Delivers, swung on into the outfield as that'll be a single, advancing Bruder to second. Got right through the third baseman and shortstop to find some outfield grass. Just a good job turning on this one by Kedro. And just putting it right there into shallow left. On a line, unable to do anything with it was Tanner Hawkins. That'll bring up Easton Rogers with two runners on. Both runners go. Play at third. In time. Great throw. Gunning out Nick Bruder as Kedro will advance to second. Phenomenal job by Caleb Moore as he seen the stealing quick. Got the ball out of there in a hurry. Great job laying the tag on by Pricing, as the headfirst slide was not in time by Nick Bruder. Low for ball one. It's a 1-1 count for Easton Rogers with a runner on second. Orvis delivers in there for strike two. Rogers yet to flinch, as we've seen him get a 2 RBI knock his last time up. Orvis delivers, and it's fouled back by Easton Rogers. Orvis will check on Kedro at second. Delivers, fouled back once again by Easton Rogers. Seven RBIs already in the tournament for Rogers. He'll watch this pitch outside for ball two. Two and two the count with 2 outs and a runner on second. Orvis delivers, swung on, and a great play made, laying out for it. Steckow with a phenomenal job, as Rogers thought he was going to first and advancing the runner. Big time hit by Rogers, but an even better defensive play by Steckow as he lays out for it. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA Baseball Play on ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrive today and never replicated after you graduate.
Ryan Davis enters the third inning of work for him, coming in with 27 pitches thrown, 21 of which were strikes. He left that first inning with only 8 pitches. That gives him 19 pitches in the second inning. First offering on its way. And that's going to catch a piece of the leadoff man. So Pricing will walk on down to first. Cade Pricing hit by pitches 8 times this season. That'll bring up Newland up to the plate. Davis, first pitch inside, almost hit his second batter in a row. Newland went 1 for 5 against the Bulldogs, their first time meeting in this tournament. So he'll get this one through the infield, advance the runner to second, and that's going to be a single for Newland. Robert Newland rolled over the pitch, but sent it through the infield to find himself on first and put 2 runners on for the leadoff man, Cooper Mills. Second time through the order now for the Hornets. Davis delivers a bunt laid down by Mills. Play it first, in time. Good job covering the bag by Velardo. As it was a pretty routine sac bunt laid down by Mills. And a good job by Davis jumping all over it. As he delivered, Mills laid down that sac bunt, and Davis rifles it on to first. Doesn't even blink at second, as he knows the runners had already gone. Good job covering the bag as well by Velardo, as it will move runners in scoring position 4 more. Davis delivers outside, ball 1. We got Pricing at third and Newland standing on second with 1 out for Caleb Moore. Davis delivers inside, ball 2, and Kedro gonna wisely take time and settle down his pitcher. Coming out having a little bit of a conference here, as Davis has been on fire all day until we walked in to this third inning of work. As I mentioned, went 19 pitches his last inning out, and he's working on trying to get 20 this time. Davis makes his way back to the rubber, and he'll stand on. Interesting to see how aggressive Pricing will get over there at third. This is going to get, and a diving play made by Jimenez. Chance at a bloop single by Moore, but Jimenez takes it away for the second out of the inning. Just a phenomenal defensive effort by Rolando Jimenez, keeping that from becoming a play, as it would have almost definitely advanced Pricing home had he not made the diving grab. First pitch to Reinhardt is low for ball one. 2 out now for Ryer Reinhardt with runners on second and third. There is a arm working out in the Bulldogs bullpen. Rolled over, Jimenez charging, makes the play, throw on to first. In time! Great job stretching and picking it out of the dirt by Jake Burns. Jimenez with a phenomenal job charging the ball and making the run-saving play at first. It takes one hop as Burns had to stretch out long for it, but he picked it out of the dirt just in time to beat out Ryer Reinhardt. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. You're watching ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back, as we will see Jake Burns, Jackson McGuigan, and Philip Villardo in that order to start out the top of the fourth here in Nicolay Field on the campus of Adrian College. Bulldogs playing as the road team in this game. Jake Burns stands in. First offering on its way. Big swing by Burns on its way into the right center gap. And Lockhart will make the play, tracking over. That'll retire the first batter of the inning on one pitch from Carson Orvis. Jackson McGuigan now up with one down and no one on. Orvis with a first pitch strike. Looked like Burns was a little bit behind that, as swing and a miss from McGuigan. 0-2 is the count, as Carson Orvis might have found his stuff. Deliver, swung on and missed. Jackson McGuigan sat down on strikes. As McGuigan tried to catch up to it, but a great throw by Orvis has McGuigan looking silly, chasing over top of the strike three. There's Al Villardo up to bat, and first pitch was in there for a strike. Second pitch had the catcher looking silly as it finds its way to the backstop untouched. Caleb Moore checked his glove like he wasn't sure if there was a hole in it or not. Orvis delivers up high, ball 2. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. Strike 2 looking for Velardo. Didn't even blink at it as it came across the plate. Brings our count even. Orvis, the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. He'll go 1-2-3 as he sits down Velardo. And he'll add 2 strikeouts to his tally. Big time Ks there for Orvis, as he tries to bully one past Velardo, unready for the pitch. As we'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA tournament play on ACTV.
10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere.
Finds the back of the net.
From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear. Happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter at ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Welcome back as Ryan Davis stays on the mound for his 4th inning of work. First pitch outside for ball 1. Davis delivers on the outside edge. It'll be strike 1 looking. This one fouled off down the first base line. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Ryan Davis, the 1-2 pitch, fouled off once again. Staying alive here is Logan Lockhart, the center fielder for the Hornets. Davis sends in a ball, and that'll make it 2-2 the count for the leadoff man. Pitch on its way outside, gonna bring us full. Hornets dugout loving it right now. Davis sends one. Lockhart will fly this out to right field. Got faked out by it for a second, but able to track it down was Lincoln Hayward. Did a lot of running around for not much, as he could have stayed still and had that one hit him straight in the glove. Standing in now is Tanner Hawkins. He'll deliver in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Davis delivers, and that'll break inside. Hawkins just able to get out of the way. Davis comes set, the 1-1 pitch on its way. Swung on into center field. That'll be a routine fly out for Jackson McGuigan. Just unable to barrel it up cleanly was Tanner Hawkins. As he sent it straight to center. This comebacker right back to Davis. He'll flip it on to first. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Ryan Davis. As Ryan Davis with a phenomenal job fielding this ball. One hop into the glove. Davis with a light trot over to first. That'll do it for the inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA baseball play here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I can have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back as we get ready here for the top of the 5th. It's going to be the bottom of the order for the Bulldogs, starting with Rolando Jimenez, and then we'll turn it over to Hayward and Bruder for their third at-bats of the game. First pitch low for ball 1. It's going to be outside, ball 2. So 2-0 the count. Third pitch on its way. Jimenez will foul that off for strike 1. Orvis delivers. That's going to be strike 2 looking for Orvis. Orvis against Jimenez. Outside, ball 3. Full count for Rolando Jimenez. Orvis delivers the payoff, fouled off, and Jimenez will stay alive. We'll do this again. Looks like we're giving Moore a second to breathe here. Orvis, the payoff pitch. Big hit by Jimenez, but that'll trail off foul. As it seems like that one might have found the bubble out there. Jimenez rolls over, play on it first. Reinhardt to Orvis, it gets away from him. Jimenez turns, looks for second. He'll get back safely in time. Good job covering up behind first by Moore. Jimenez got a little wild there on the base paths for a second, but he got back safe in time. Good job hitting on the payoff pitch by Rolando Jimenez. As just blooped it in, and Reinhardt going to his right to make the play. Throw back to first, not in time as the pickoff attempt gets away from Reinhardt. Or no, looks like he might have just had to dive to make the play. Orvis not happy. Jimenez is on the base paths. First offering to Hayward. Great bunt. Lays it down, and it'll roll foul. Phenomenal job by Caleb Moore to show some patience and wave off his teammates as the ball trailed foul. Of course, the other side with that is if Moore waves everyone off and the ball sits fair, now you got runners on first and second and no one out. So that'll be strike one for Lincoln Hayward. See if he does it again. He's got one bunt to play with. He's already showing Hayward bunts foul once again. So that'll likely end his bunting extravaganza. Almost never see players bunt with 2 strikes. Of course, for those who don't know, if you bunt with 2 strikes and it goes foul, counts as an out. So Orvis checks on first, delivers. Hayward's back to swinging normal. As that'll come back towards the press box back here. Go foul. Carson Orvis with the 0-2 pitch. And Hayward with a good eye watching it fall just outside the zone to bring us to 1-2. Just Hayward almost with a, if he'd have lunged forward there, would have been essentially a Soto shuffle as he'll fly this one, and it will not leave the infield. A great play made over there by Steckow, tracking it in the air. Something you don't usually expect your second baseman to have to do every day, but it's a good job with that infield pop-up. Nick Bruder for his 3rd at-bat of the game. He's got 1 hit and 1 walk, or just 1 hit on the day. Also got caught stealing as we're going to have time here, and it looks like we're going to go for a relief arm out of the bullpen. That's going to end Carson Orvis's day. We take a look at some of his numbers here. He's about to leave the mound. 4 1/3 innings pitched with 88 pitches, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. He also walked 1 batter and acquired 3 strikeouts. As we'll give you an update on the new arm when we come back from a break. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Well, welcome back as we got a new arm on the mound, and it's going to be number 8, Chase Cummins. He enters today's play with a 7.32 ERA in 11 appearances. He's acquired 13 strikeouts. He's also walked 18 batters and gave up 16 earned runs. Throughout those 11 appearances, he has pitched 19 2/3 innings. As he looks to get his warm-ups in, he's going to face off against the 2-hole hitter for the Bulldogs, Nick Bruder, their shortstop in today's game. Looks like the umpire giving him 2 more warm-ups. So this next one we'll likely see Moore throw down to second. Then we'll get things back rolling. Cummins sends this in, and we'll get things rolling. Bruder enters this at bat 1 for 2, and he got on the base pads in the first inning and came across the plate as one of the Bulldogs' 2 runs so far in the game. He comes up with Jimenez on first and 1 out. First offering outside for ball 1. First pitching change we've seen on the day brings Cummins in. He'll start out behind Bruder here. Second offering fouled back. So 1-1 the count with 1 out. Cummins, the righty, switches things up for this Bulldogs batting, as this is going to be thrown on to second. And a great job stealing the base by Jimenez. He'll move a runner into scoring position for Nick Bruder. Throw just off the mark by Moore. Even if it was in time, Jimenez would have been in safe. That was, however, a strike, so 1-2 the count. And this will skip in the dirt. Great job blocking it by Moore. Brings us to 2-2. Cummins back on the rubber. Checks Jimenez at second. The 2-2 pitch outside. Brings us full. Bruder stands in. Cummins with the payoff pitch on its way. Hit down the third base line. Bruder goes for first. Jimenez rounds third. Bruder goes for second, and Jimenez will walk in to home safely. It's an RBI double for Nick Bruder, and the Bulldogs are up 3-0. Bruder just rips this one down the third base line. He never looked back on his way to second for an easy RBI double after working the count full. Now up to bat for the Bulldogs. Starting pitcher on the day, Ryan Davis. He's walked once today, as he'll bunt foul. Such a talented pull hitter, he even bunts pull side. It's interesting, he showed bunt, and third baseman still playing back really deep. He'll swing on the second offering for strike 2. There goes the bunt opportunity for Ryan Davis. Third pitch on its way. Watched in for ball 1. Brings us to a 1-2 count. Bruder at second. Pitch on its way. Davis with a big fly, but it'll be tracked by Lockhart in center, and Bruder will just have to return to second. That'll bring up David Kedrow, the catcher. Enters this at bat 1 for 2 on the day. As Davis tried to keep it, tried to get all of it as it was a low pitch. He golf swung the bat, taking it in there to center for Lockhart, as it's an 0-1 count with 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch fouled off by David Kedrow. Brings us to 0-2. Here in the top of the 5th, Bulldogs lead 3-0 after that Bruder double to left field. had him trade places with Rolando Jimenez. This one belted to left, and it will not have the legs. Great job fielding it by Tanner Hawkins. As we take a look, Bruder sends it down the third base line, gets on his horse, and jogs on up to second. It's 3-0. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA baseball action here on
10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear. Happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter at ACTVB, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Well, welcome back as Davis looks to face off against Bakari, Pricing, and Newland in this inning. Hoping to go 3 up, 3 down like he did in the first. It's the only inning he's done so thus far, but still has yet to give up any runs on the board as the Bulldogs hold a 3-0 lead against the Hornets. Of course, if this is your first time tuning in to the tournament, Bulldogs need to win here in this first game of action for us to force a Game 7 in the tournament. But one of these two teams will walk out of today's play tournament champions. The designated hitter, Bakari, stands in. First pitch, inside for ball 1. It's going to be Daniel Bakari, comes into today's game batting .350, and this swing's going to trail foul over there on the bench area where the bullpen for the Hornets sits. So 1-1 is the count for Bakari. Davis gets waved off by the umpire. Davis gets the A-OK as this is going to be hacked at and push foul by Bakari. Brings us to 1-2. Davis delivers outside, ball 2. Two and 2 the count. As Davis looks for the pitch. Outside, ball 3. It's going to bring us full. As Bakari stands in. Davis delivers the payoff, fouled off by Daniel Bakari. Umpire going to call time to get some new baseballs here in the next, after the next pitch. Ryan Davis delivers the payoff pitch, fouled off, and David Kedrow's going to need a minute as the story of this tournament has been David Kedrow constantly being hit by foul balls off the bat. Happens so often, I've lost track how many times he's had to jump out of that catcher's position in pain Seems like the foul balls are just locked on to him. Payoff pitch. Slapped right up the middle. Bruder plays on to first, and Burns retrieves the relay easy to get Bakari out. So it's a leadoff 6-3. As Bakari tried to slap it right back up the middle. And it's a good job tracking it through the turf by Bruder as he played it on to Burns. First pitch in there for strike one against Pricing. Davis outside. Brings us to 1-1. The 1-1 on its way, and now we'll sit at 2-1. Pricing with a good eye, staying patient, as he hasn't flinched at any of these pitches. As he'll slap this one to Bruder. We'll go 6-3 once again. A little bit of deja vu. Nick Bruder helps retire the first two batters of the inning. Good job at making contact by Pricing, but Bruder makes the easy throw on to first. Gets there in time as it finds Burns' glove. First pitch in there for strike one. Davis back to painting these edges. Second offering. Be high for ball one. Davis delivers the 1-1 outside. This brings us to 2-1. Ball trailed off into the other batter's box. Easy for Newland to hold off. That's going to be inside for ball three. 3-1 is the count. Davis delivers. Checked up, and it's going to be strike two looking. Newland disagrees with the call. He already started making his way on to first. Newland back in the box. The payoff pitch on its way, and it'll hit Newland right on the elbow guard. So he'll take first after all, as he will shake that one off. That's going to be Davis's as Davis rifles this one in there, and it was on a line the whole way, catching Newland there right on the arm. Brings up Cooper Mills, led off this game for the Hornets. Pickoff attempt. Trying to catch Newland at first was Ryan Davis. Expect him to go to third when his day pitching is done. As Davis comes set, he'll deliver the first offering right down the pipe. It's strike one. 0-1 the count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Davis checks on Newland. He'll deliver the 0-1. Swung on, flied to right field, and it'll trail off foul. Brings us to an 0-2 count. Davis has been throwing some heat here today, trying to get these batters out in a hurry, as he's going through his routine very quick, but now with a runner on first, he started to slow things down. This is going to be fouled off once again by Mills. And it, I believe, hit the bubble out there in right, that new facility built by the Adrian College So Davis will come set. The 0-2 pitch, and he'll go for a pickoff attempt first. Close play at the bag, but Newland is back safe. Interesting as how long the game's gone on. Davis has slowed down his mechanics, not rushing through as much. He'll deliver, swung on, fouled off once again. And it hit the bubble once again. If we just rotated the field of play, Cooper Mills would have a couple home runs. So he keeps hitting that bubble out there behind the away team's dugout. The 0-2 pitch swung on, rolled over, and that'll go foul as well. 0-2 is the count. Ryan Davis filling up the zone against Mills. Just unable to get him out as Cooper Mills keeps battling here. He has struck out once. As we sit with 0-2 and 2 outs and a runner on first. Davis will check on Newland. Comes set. Delivers the 0-2. Fouled off once again by Cooper Mills. It's these long at-bats that pitchers always hate, as just can't seem to get the batter to swing and miss. As Cooper Mills is seeing it out of his hand. Good enough to make contact, but not good enough to put it into the field of play. Davis will check on Newland. Comes set. He'll deliver outside, ball 1. Brings us to 1-2. Newland checks on first. He'll come set. Delivers the 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2. Brings us to a 2-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Of course, that runner got there because Davis ran his payoff pitch inside and caught Newland there on the elbow guard. Sent him on to first. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Newland back safely. Of course, in the MLB, Newland would be taking second right now as they have that pickoff limit, and that was Davis's 3rd attempt at trying to get Newland out. So Davis will come set. He delivers outside, low and away for ball 3. We're going full again. 3 straight balls for Cooper Mills as he's battling here. Stayed alive for a long time in the at-bat. Newland's going to go for second with a full count and 2 outs. Pickoff attempt once again. And Davis is trying to keep Newland honest, knowing that he's going. And Newland, be interesting to see how big of a lead he takes. He's going to go once, 2 steps. The pitch on its way, swung on and fouled off. Two outs, there's no reason Newland shouldn't be moving here. Davis has tried to pick Newland off 4 times in this at-bat. You add in the fact of how many foul balls there were, and then it's a full count. Swung on, Bruder fields it cleanly, 6-3, and Bruder retired all the batters with 6-3 putouts. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrive today, and and never replicated after you graduate.
Welcome back as we get ready for Cummins' second inning of work. I'd like to remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today. Top of the sixth inning here. Cummins delivers. First pitch well inside. Brings us to a 1-0 count to the leadoff batter. And he'll skip this one across for ball two. Leadoff batter Easton Rogers. Easton Rogers comes up to the plate. Having gone 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. That'll be the first strike called. Two and 1 the count. Cummins delivers. Rogers fouls it back. Brings us to 2 and 2. So 2-2 the count to the leadoff batter here, Easton Rogers. He'll foul this one down the third base line. And a great play made over there by the third base coach as he'll flip it back to the dugout. Cummins with a quick umpire's timeout. Looked like Cummins might have been coming set a little bit faster than home plate umpire liked. Delivers the 2-2 pitch low. That'll bring us to ball 3. Work the count full is Easton Rogers. Cummins delivers the payoff and fouled off by Easton Rogers down the third base line. No one warming up down in the Bulldogs bullpen as Ryan Davis has gone 74 pitches, and based on that, it seems he will be staying in for the bottom of the 6th, despite any late changes. Cummins delivers, and that'll hit Rogers, so he'll take first. That's going to be our, I believe, 3rd hit batter of the game. As full count, Cummins just broke it inside. It was a slower breaking ball that just caught Rogers, skimmed past him, and it'll put him on first. That'll bring up Jake Burns. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Left a runner stranded. That's outside for ball 1. Cummins comes set with a runner on first, delivers low, ball 2. Cummins lacking control since coming into the game. As he's going to potentially put 2 runners on here if he's not careful. Jake Burns with a good eye right now. He'll roll over this one. It's going to hit him in the leg, so foul ball. No, that one doesn't feel good as it skipped off the deck and right into Jake Burns' lead foot. Jake Burns, the first baseman for this team, he took a big hack, just fouled it right back into that front foot. That's in there for strike 2. Right after calling out Cummins for a lack of control, he seems to have picked it back up. He brings this count to 2-2. The 2-2 on its way. Outside, and it skips through the legs of Moore. Rogers will walk on over to second as Caleb Moore couldn't block it up. Just bounced perfectly between his legs. There's not a lot you can do with that one. Breaking ball outside. Moore slides away and just took the hop at the bad time. Didn't get his chest on it. This is fouled off by Burns. Last pitch brought it to a full count. Burns will foul off that one to keep him alive. With the 3-2, runner on second, no one out. Pickoff attempt at second. Rogers back cleanly. Tag came in late and on the helmet by Mills. Rogers takes his lead. Cummins delivers outside. It's going to be a called strike 3 looking for Easton Rogers, or for Jake Burns, mind you, as he'll go take a seat in the dugout. It looked outside from up here. We'll get a second look at it. As the payoff pitch broke away, and it might have caught a piece of the zone on its way past, but hard to tell from up here in the booth, as we're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Christian Oliver coming in for Jackson McGuigan. First time we've seen as that's going to be in there for strike 1 looking. First time we've seen Christian Oliver in this tournament. His brother has played quite a bit. Outside for ball 1. Christian Oliver enters with a .280 batting average in 19 games played. He's only had 50 at-bats. Does have 14 hits on the season. The 1-1 fouled off by Oliver. Oliver comes in with 10 RBIs. A little bit of clutch here from Christian Oliver. Might be the reason they've subbed him in and pulled McGuigan out. Outside for ball 2, brings us even at 2. 1 out and a runner on second. 2-2's the count. Cummins delivers, swung on. It's looking like it's going to go straight into the glove of Newland. He tracked it very well there, jogging in from a little bit deeper in the outfield. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Philip Villardo. It looked like it was going to bloop there into right field the whole way, and it just carried a little bit too long for Oliver to find himself on first. So we'll do this again with 2 outs now, and Philip Villardo up to the dish. Villardo stands in with Rogers on second. Cummins delivers, big swing. Villardo pops it straight back. No play to be made by Moore. That'll make it 1-1. This is Villardo's third at bat. He comes in 1 for 2 and struck out once. Cummins checks on Rogers, delivers the 1-1. Big swing by Velardo, but that's going to pull foul into the Bulldogs' pen down there. Umpire gets himself some replacement baseballs as we're burning through them here with all these foul balls going out of the field of play. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Cummins delivers, fouled off by Velardo. Caught it just on the end of his bat to stay alive here. Cummins checks on Rogers, but no one's really holding Rogers on the bag. Not trusting in his speed to get over to third. It's going to make it 2-2 with 2 outs as that last pitch skipped across. Cummins, the 2-2, swung on and missed. That'll ring up Philip Velardo on strikes. And it'll get Cummins out of the inning without giving up any runs. Phenomenal job by Cummins as he gave a pitch for Velardo to offer at, but it broke down below the zone. You're watching ACTV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter at ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Another change made by the Bulldogs coaching staff as Christian Oliver is sat down after his pinch hit performance. And that'll bring Jack Boyke in at center. A stellar defensive center fielder for this Bulldogs team. As we take a look with hits and errors so far, Bulldogs lead 6-2 in the hits category. And Kalamazoo has committed the only error on the day. His first pitch across for a strike. That error was committed by Ryer Reinhardt earlier in the game. Second offering, outside, ball 1. Ryan Davis still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Came into the inning with 74 pitches. And there is someone throwing down in the bullpen as this is slapped over. Jimenez, great job scooping it with the backhand throw on to first in time. And that'll retire the leadoff batter. Catcher Caleb Moore couldn't beat out the throw as he slapped this one down the third base line, and a phenomenal job backhanding it by Jimenez with the throw on to first, had some muscle on it. As we cut back here, just missed the first pitch to Ryer Reinhardt, and it ran inside, almost caught him on the ear. Second offering outside for ball 2. Of course, scary hit by pitch yesterday as Logan Lockhart got caught in the ear in their game against Alma. He did shake it off and was fine. As a bunt shown, pulled back, it'll be strike 1. So 2-1 the count. Now this in there for strike 2 It'll bring the count to 2-2 with 1 out. Ryan Davis delivers, swung on and missed. A big-time strikeout for Ryan Davis. As Ryer Reinhardt unable to catch up to the heat. It was a come-and-get-me fastball, and Ryer Reinhardt underneath it for the strikeout. Up high for ball 1. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive changes look like after Davis is done here today for this Bulldogs team. He'll likely move over to third as he is working Logan Lockhart right now. One, two is the count. Slapped right up the middle. It's going to be a single into center for Logan Lockhart. Great patience by Lockhart, finding the pitch he liked as Davis delivered it right in the middle of the zone, and Lockhart with the line drive into shallow center finds himself on first. Pickoff attempt, back in time. Ryan Davis doesn't like runners on first. Likes to keep them honest. Facing off against Tanner Hawkins here. First pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike. Davis approaching 90 pitches on this game. Gets his pitch, swung on and fouled back by Hawkins. Hawkins 1 for 2 coming into this at-bat. As the Bulldogs have made quick work of the Kalamazoo batters. Only third time we're seeing the order. Davis delivers, swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Kedro. That'll do it for the inning as the Bulldogs will jog back to their dugout. It'll be a strikeout for Ryan Davis as he tried to blow one by Hawkins, and that's exactly what he did. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA baseball action here on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Quick update on where we stand. Top of the 7th inning, Bulldogs lead 3-0. They've had 6 hits to Kalamazoo's 2. Kalamazoo committed 1 error. As we take a look at a new pitcher on the mound for the Hornets, it's Reese Omadio. Comes in with an 8.10 ERA. He's 1-0 through 11 appearances. Never made a start all season. He's also been accredited with 0 saves. He's pitched 10 innings, gave up 14 hits. He's walked 7 batters and struck out 11. So we look at extra base hits. He's given up 3 doubles and 2 triples. Batting average against him is a .311. So he's going to face off against Rolando Jimenez, Lincoln Hayward, and Nick Bruder for the Bulldogs. First pitch inside for ball one. Omadio, the righty, stands in, facing off against Jimenez. Big swing. It's going to be an infield fly. And a routine play made by David Steckow. That'll bring up Lincoln Hayward. He had that 2-run shot in the first game and hasn't done much else in the tournament since, as he comes in 0 for 2 on the day, and he's left one runner stranded. Hayward stands in. First offering outside for ball one. Omadio's second pitch swung on. Hayward with a big hit. It's going to be a routine fly ball out and left as he pushed it on over to Tanner Hawkins. Tracked it off the bat easily for the out. It's 2 down for Omadio, both on fly balls. That'll bring up Nick Bruder, 2 for 3 on the day with 1 RBI. Shows bunt, his first offering. It'll be in there for a strike as Bruder pulled back. Omadio comes set. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swung on. Bruder laces it down the first base line. Never even dropped his bat as he knew it was going foul. Just getting the legs warm with a quick jog down to first. Bruder, a stellar defensive shortstop, has let his bat eat today here against the Hornets. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Omadio sends it on the way. Bruder rolls over onto short. Mills throw to first in time. Omadio retires the side in order. That'll be 3 up, 3 down as we move on to the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA baseball action here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back as Ryan Davis still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Comes into this inning with 89 pitches. Quick reminder that he did throw yesterday in the win against Calvin as he got the save. He threw for 1 out. It was a strikeout. Don't have the amount of pitches he threw in that, but he only had to get 1 out. He got the save. It was the record-setting save. That'll move us in. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he inherited 3 base runners when he came in for that save. As he'll stand in now, facing off against the leadoff batter, It's going to be Steckow who will lace this one into right, and a routine play for Hayward. Would like to remind you that if Bulldogs win this one, they're slated for another game today, as Kalamazoo has been undefeated in the tournament thus far, and of course it's 2-game elimination, as well as only 2 teams have won this tournament since its creation in 2012. Those 2 teams are the Bulldogs and the Hornets. It's been domination by the Bulldogs, but the Hornets were able to snag 2 of them. They would be accredited with 3, but the one in 2016 got rescinded. Bulldogs are looking for the 3-peat today as well, as this is fouled back by Bakari. Inside, and it's strike 3 looking. Bakari unhappy with the call. He'll take a slow walk back to the dugout. Davis breaks it inside on Bakari, and it's a close play there, but umpire has the final say, and he says Bakari needs to take a seat, as first offering fouled back by Pricing. Davis, the 0-1 pitch outside for ball 1. No one on, 2 outs, a 1-1 count for Pricing. Swung on and missed. Faked out Kedro as it came across the plate. Brings us to 1-2. Davis, the 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2. Just missed the zone there was Ryan Davis. Davis delivers outside, brings us full. Could be an huge out here for Ryan Davis. The payoff pitch slapped up the middle. Bruder, backhand onto first in time. A phenomenal play by Nick Bruder. The 6-3 put out, and Ryan Davis gets through 7. Slapped on over, looked like it was going to get through. Bruder with the sliding backhand grab. Throw on to first, and a great stretch by Jake Burns as the Bulldogs get out of the inning without giving up a base runner. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the MIAA Tournament Championship here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Just a phenomenal play defensively by Bruder as he gets us to the 8th inning with a sliding backhand grab and a relay onto first to beat out the runner by half a step. As Ryan Davis now up to bat. He hit 101 pitches with that last at-bat on the mound. An amount of pitches that even if he comes out of the game as the pitcher, might not want to move him over to third, might just put him at DH. As the 0-2 pitch is outside for ball one. Davis stands in. Delivers. That's going to be low and away for ball two. 2-2 the count for Ryan Davis. He's walked once today. Other than that, 0 for 2. The 2-2 on its way. Big hit by Davis. It's a skying fly ball. And a good play made out in center by Logan Lockhart. As David Kedro comes up to bat. It'll be a 0-0 with one out. David Kedro on the day, 1 for 3, and left a runner stranded. It's a first pitch strike by Omadio. Came in the last inning, and he's working through the Bulldogs right now. Comebacker up the middle, a play on for second, over to first, and he dropped it. No signal by the first base umpire, but I believe Kedro's gonna be safe. If I had to take a guess, he'll walk on over to the bag, and they're gonna send someone out to grab his stuff. He'll stay at first. So Kedro reaches first. Likely going to be classified as an error. So Easton Rogers comes up with a runner on and one out. As that will be an error. First pitch in there for strike one. 0-1 the count with one out and a runner at first. As Kedro reached on an error. Omadio delivers inside. It'll find the zone. So that'll be strike two looking for Easton Rogers. As Rogers will stand in. The 0-2 inside for ball one. Omadio been working through these Bulldogs batters since coming in. He'll deliver the 1-2, swung on up the middle. It'll get over the head of Steckow. Runner round second, going for third. Rogers will hold up and retreat back to first. We got runners on the corner for Jake Burns. It's a good job staying patient by Rogers. He found a pitch low in the zone that he liked, and he blooped it on over the head of Steckow as he takes first and sends Kedro on over to third. So he got on his horse and rounded second in a hurry. Jake Burns with a runner on third and only one out. A sac fly would get Kedro in. That's going to be outside for ball one. If you're Jake Burns, you got to get the job done. Your teammates have put you in this position. Omadio delivers. It'll catch the inside edge for strike one. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Omadillo comes set, delivers, swung on up the middle. It'll get past the second baseman. Runners are safe at first and second, and David Kedra walks in home to extend the Bulldogs' lead to 4-0. Good job slapping it right back up the middle by Jake Burns as Omadillo dodges out of the way. And Steckow tried to dive on for it. Just wasn't able to find some leather, as we're going to have a pinch runner over at second. It's going to bring out Easton Rogers, as we still have 1 out. And that's going to bring in Joe Casal, as he'll stand on second. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first time we've seen Casal in this tournament. Jack Boyke in the box. Pickoff attempt at Casal. Seems Omadillo does not like having a new runner on the base paths. Trying to get him napping after coming in late here in this game. Boyke shows bunt, pulls back, strike 1. Jack Boyke, two-sport athlete here on campus. Of course, Joe Casal, not only with a little bit of speed, he's also an experienced player here in the Bulldogs program. As he's a senior, he knows when to run and when to stay put. So Jack Boyke stands in with a 1-1 count and 1 out. Runners on first and second. Omadillo checks on second, delivers, swung on up the middle by Boyke. Casal rounds third, coming home. It's going to be a play at the plate, and Casal's in there safely. Runner advances to third, and we've got runners on the corners once again. Great job by Joe Casal to round third and get there in a hurry. The ball was a little late and skipped off the leg of Moore. He blocked it cleanly to hold the runner at third. Nonetheless, it puts runners on the corners for Omadillo, and that looks like it might end his day. I'm not seeing any movement down in the bullpen. This might just be a quick mound visit. Seeing how he's doing over there on the mound. Of course, with the Bulldogs in control right now, it does set us up to see another game today. You might want to keep your pitching staff available if you're head coach Mike Ott. 13th year as a coach, so he knows what he wants to do here. As second time we've seen this matchup in this tournament between the two of the most experienced coaches, between Craig Rainey and Mike Ott. Stepping in is Velardo, and got thrown off for a second as Ryer Reinhardt came charging towards home plate as the pitch arrived, trying to take away the bunt from Velardo. If that happens again, I wouldn't be surprised if Boyke takes a really big lead. Second pitch in there for strike 1 brings us to a 1-1 count. Caught the low and away corner. One out. Runners on the corners. Outside, ball 2. It's interesting to see that first base was the player that charged there and not third, as the Bulldogs have liked to bloop their bunts right down the third base line. Bunt shown, right back at Reinhardt. They're going to tag the runner, but a run will score. Omadio with a delayed look at second, and there was never going to be a chance he gets Boyke out that late. Velardo with a sack bunt extends the Bulldogs' lead. It's a good job laying down the bunt. Not the cleanest bunt ever, as he really pushed it up there near the pitcher. But, of course, with the speed on the base paths, it doesn't end up mattering. Jake Burns runs in cleanly. Now Jimenez up to the dish. 1 for 3 on the day with a stolen base. Only stolen base by the Bulldogs today. And only stolen base in the game overall. Omadio checks second, delivers outside. Ball 1. Already a 3-run inning for the Bulldogs. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs and a runner on second. Omadio delivers. Big swing by Jimenez. It's going towards the gap. Tracking it is Lockhart, and he'll retire Jimenez to get Omadio out of the inning after giving up 3. The Bulldogs lead 6-0. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
A 101 pitches, but there's still juice left for Ryan Davis as he'll continue here for the bottom of the 8th. Got his warm-ups done. There is an arm warming up down there in the bullpen as it's going to be Newland, Mills, and Moore in that order for the Hornets. Ryan Davis delivers inside, first pitch strike against Robert Newland. Newland 1 for 1 on the day. Second offering, a big swing from Newland, but he couldn't catch up to the low pitch. Davis delivers. Newland sends it to right, tracking it, and a big play out there in right field by Lincoln Hayward. Retires the first batter, and it'll bring up Cooper Mills. Davis versus Mills. 4th time today. Mills will foul this one back. And it hit the bubble. Seems like Cooper Mills has it out for that bubble over there. 3rd time he's hit it in 2 at-bats. That's going to be strike 2. As he watches that one across the plate. Ryan Davis delivers inside, ball 1. This one fouled off down the first base line. So the 1-2 is the count with 1 out. Ryan Davis delivers outside for ball 2. If I'm not mistaken, it's Brock Shoemaker warming up over in the bullpen, the lefty. This one's going to be hit to center field and tracking it cleanly. Ryan Davis gets the first 2 out with assists from his outfield. It'll bring up Caleb Moore, the catcher for the Hornets. Davis has hit 110 pitches in this game. First offering inside for strike 1. Davis seems to have gotten better as the game's gone on. Second offering, swung on, rolled over. Jimenez fields it cleanly, throw on to first in time. 3 up, 3 down. Ryan Davis has made it through 8.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Looks like we got ourselves a new pitcher on the mound for the Hornets. It's going to be number 7, Blake. Number 27, mind you, Blake Parpart. As he gets his warm-ups in, he enters today's game as it's his first time appearing in the tournament. Enters with a 5.40 ERA through 6 appearances, 6.2 innings pitched. He's given up 6 hits, 4 earned runs. He's walked 4 batters, and he struck out 5. His only extra base hits are a double and a homer. As he gets his warm-ups done, he'll face off against Bruder, who will lead off for the Bulldogs. Or forgive me, it's going to be Hayward leading off for the Bulldogs. And then Bruder and Ryan Davis batting third. Facing off against the top of the order is Parpart. Very crucial time for the Hornets as they really need to hold up the Bulldogs going forward in this game. Last warm-up pitch here for Parpart. We'll get our throw down to second, and we'll get the top of the 9th here underway. I'd like to thank you for joining us and remind you that ACTV broadcasts are student-ran. Of course, with it being summer, we've had to recruit some help from outside sources, as myself, Sean Whitmer, is on the call, and helping me out today as my director is Matthew Kibbe. As Hayward steps into the box. First pitch from Parpart inside for ball 1. Lincoln Hayward on the day, 0 for 3. After going 3 for 3 his first time against the Hornets in this tournament. Big swing from Hayward, and it's not going to find any grass as Newland tracked it off the bat with perfection, as that'll bring up Nick Bruder. He'll stand in batting .500 on the day, sitting at 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. He also got caught stealing earlier in the game. So he tried to steal third. First offering low and away, ball 1. Comes set, Parpart offers, in there for strike 1 looking by Nick Bruder. No more warming up down in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. Parpart is a big swing from Bruder, and he'll find himself going 3 for 5. Add that one to the tally for Nick Bruder as he's having himself a day. Great swing by Bruder going the other way and shooting it through the infield for a pretty easy single out of Nick Bruder. That'll bring up Ryan Davis, throwing 112 pitches so far. He's also gone 0 for 3 on the day with a walk. When he walked on, he also came across home, adding one of the first 2 runs for the Bulldogs in this game. Parpart delivers. Bruder goes for second on a breaking ball. Ball shot into the outfield. Bruder will run on for third, as it was a bad throw from Caleb Moore. Throwing it where the second baseman was, not where he was going. Great job holding off by Davis, and Moore threw it where he thought the second baseman was, not where he actually was. Bruder, great job popping up after the throw, finding the ball and realizing he could make it to third standing. So it's a 2-0 count with 1 out for Davis. It's a big swing. Pop up, and it will escape the field of play, scaring a couple fans over there in the above the Adrian College dugout. That's the Tuttle dugout. So coming in with a 2-1 count is Davis against Parpart. A 1 out, runner on third. Davis skies one to right field. Newland tracks it, slides, and he can't make the catch. Davis will extend for second, and Bruder comes across home. They'll add another one, and Davis adds an RBI to his total. As it's going to be accredited as a double to right, with the level of difficulty on the play from Robert Newland. Would have been an exceptional play if Newland could have made that grab. Still would have seen a runner come across, though. Parpart checks on Davis. Delivers outside against Kedro. Kedro 1 for 4 on the day. Did leave a runner stranded earlier. Kedro stands in. He'll watch in the second offering for a strike. Bring it to a 1-1 count with 1 out and a runner on second. Would not be surprised if Ryan Davis is not too eager to run here, as he has thrown 112 pitches already. This ball in the dirt, and for a second there, Davis was about to prove me wrong, as he started taking a pretty big lead until he seen Moore pick it out of the dirt. Kedro stands in. Parpart checks on Davis. He'll deliver. Outside, and it gets away from Moore. Davis is going to jog on over to third. So a runner on third. 3-1 is the count for David Kedro. Parpart comes set, delivers outside, ball gets away, Kedro goes for first, and Davis comes across home. He'll score on a wild pitch as Kedro takes his base. Parpart unable to find his zone as he's throwing well outside. I don't even think Kedro realized what was going on as he turned back and almost pimped his bat flip back to the dugout. Would have been in Davis's way had he not gotten jogging on down to first. As we're going to have a mound visit. And I am seeing some movement down there in the Kalamazoo bullpen, but their team hasn't come out to greet their pitcher coming off the field as Joe Casal is sitting there ready to go for the Bulldogs. The senior who came in to base run, pinch ran for Easton Rogers. Gets his first at bat. As he'll stand in, facing off against Parpart. Runner on first after the walk. Big swing by Casal. He'll tip it back into the glove of Moore. 0-1 is the count. Parpart comes set. Kedro dancing over at first. He delivers. Kedro goes. Outside pitch. Moore will have to eat the throw as he barely got a hold of that. That's going to put a runner in scoring position for Joe Casal. Parpart checks on Kedro. Delivers. Big swing by Casal. He'll foul it back. Too far underneath it. Casal stands in. Parpart with the 1-2 pitch on its way. Casal will watch in for ball 2. Parpart trying to adjust the eye level of Casal here. As he brings the count even at 2. Comes set, delivers. In there for strike 3 looking. And Joe Casal shakes his head on his way back to the dugout. Parpart with the wind and throw caught the outside edge of the zone. Casal felt it should have been a ball as Jake Burns bloops one into shallow right. Runner comes home and ball not in time. So David Kedro slides in. It's going to be another earned run going against Parpart. Third run of the inning as the Bulldogs scored 3 in the 8th. They've already scored 3 here in the 9th. Jack Boyke up to bat now. 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. He laced one up the middle his last time up. Watches in the first pitch. It'll get away from Moore. And Jake Burns will take second. Jake Burns added that RBI to tally his total to 2 today, as he's gone 2 for 5 on the day. He's also struck out twice. Boyke with a big swing. Brings it foul. Now getting some more warm-up down there in the Bulldogs bullpen. Parpart delivers. Boyke watches in the strike. Brings the count to 1-2 with 2 outs. Boyke flies this one to right field. Newland comes in, makes the play, and that'll end the inning as the Bulldogs score 3 for the second time in a row. It'll bring the total to 9-0 as they've tallied 12 hits to Kalamazoo's 3. Kalamazoo has added 3 errors. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA play on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
The seniors still on the mound as Ryan Davis has gone 112 pitches through 8, and he'll get the 9th after striking out 4 and giving up 3 hits. Ryan Davis gets his warm-ups in. He'll face off against Ryer Reinhardt, the leadoff man for the 9th, and then it'll be Logan Lockhart and Tanner Hawkins as the 3 batters scheduled to go. No walks on the day for Ryan Davis. He's faced 29 batters. Reinhardt steps in. Davis delivers, swung on and missed. And forgive me, that's not going to be Ryer Reinhardt. That's going to be a pinch hitter, number 9, Alex DiDio. Second offering in there for a strike. Brings the count to 0-2. Davis delivers outside, ball 1. And it looks like on deck is not going to be Lockhart. That's going to be number 17, Alex Fenkol. We've seen him throughout this tournament. First time we've seen DiDio. As Davis delivers, swung on and fouled back. Kedra will shake it off. Give a new ball to our home plate umpire, and we'll get things rolling here once again. 1-2 is the count for the leadoff man. Ryan Davis delivers inside, ball 2. Close play there around the zone as Ryan Davis threw his breaking ball and it broke inside, a called ball. Ryan Davis has painted the edges of the zone so well today, almost felt like that one had to be a strike. Last pitch was fouled off as DiDio stayed alive. Outside for ball 3. That'll bring us to a payoff pitch here. Davis delivers, swung on and fouled off by DiDio. Got a new arm warming up down in the Bulldogs bullpen, no longer the lefty. Davis, the payoff pitch, some high heat and unable to catch it is Alex DiDio as he'll sit down and Davis has gotten the leadoff batter out. Davis with some high cheese and unable to grab it was Alex DiDio. If he held off, he would have made a trip to first. Rainey coming out for a mound visit. He hasn't made a signal yet, so confirming with Davis how he's feeling after getting that strikeout there for his 5th strikeout of the game. And Ryan Davis is going to step off the mound, and we're going to get ourselves a reliever. Standing ovation for Ryan Davis as we take a look at his final numbers. On the day. So we got ourselves a reliever jogging up. Looks like we're going to have 124 pitches for Ryan Davis, 5 strikeouts. He gave up 3 hits as he went 8 1/3 innings here on the day. Let's step aside as we get this reliever a chance to warm up. Don't go anywhere, as you'll be right back here on ACTV for more MIAA tournament play.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Ben Bates takes the mound for the Bulldogs. 2 outs to go, and they'll move on to another game as number 32, Ben Bates, comes in with a 10.64 ERA through 9 appearances. He's got 8 strikeouts. He did start 1 game this year. He's also acquired 13 earned runs, but only walked 3 batters. Bates, first offering on its way. Choking up pretty high on the bat is Fenkol. Bates, second pitch in there for strike 1. Quick correction on the numbers for Ryan Davis. 122 pitches. Bates, the 1-1 pitch fouled off by Alex Fenkol. A 1-2 is the count with 1 out. Bates winds and throws, swung on up the middle. It's a play for second, over to first, in time. A phenomenal job by Philip Velardo. running to his right. It's a hard throw, making it back to the left. But he makes it look easy. Throwing it on over to Burns at first to beat out the runner, as we're going to have our third pinch hitter of the inning. He'll watch the first pitch for a strike. It's number 25, Clay Cook, as he pinch hits for Tanner Hawkins. Brings our count to 1-1. The 1-1 offering on its way. Outside, ball 2. Two and 1 the count. Ben Bates delivers, swung on, and fouled off down the third base line. That's where Bates needs, or that's where Cook needs to put it, as Jimenez playing over quite a bit. Cook can get this down the line. It'll be good. He'll roll over on one. Charging it is Bruder, and he'll eat the throw to first. Couldn't make the transition cleanly, so that'll put a runner on. Cook had some wheels getting over there to first, and that'll bring up number 14, the second baseman, David Steckow. Ben Bates with a runner on first. Comes set. First offering, swung on and fouled off into the hand of Kedro. Once again, David Kedro catches a foul ball into the body. Seems to be more common than base hits in this game, as that one looked like it caught him on his wrist. Might have bent the wrist back if it caught the glove at an odd angle. So Kedro's going to have to shake this one off. As Ben Bates on the mound, he's got 2 outs. He's grabbed 1 himself. And then, of course, if he can get this final out, we'll move on to another game here at Nicolay Field. It'll be about 30-minute break, and then we'll start that up on a separate broadcast on ACTV. It looks like Kedro's shaking it off, and he'll be fine. Added a little bit of extra wrist tape onto that wrist, and we'll be good to go. Going to get a couple warm-up throws in, making sure he's good. David Kedro, had the pleasure of interviewing him earlier in the season, mentioned that he's so good offensively because he's not originally a catcher. Came here to play second base, moved over due to team need, and he's been an Iron Man behind the dish for this Bulldogs team. Big swing by Steckow. He'll foul it off, and it hit something out there. I don't think it was the bubble. Steckow 1 for 4 on the day. Bates. The 0-2 pitch on its way. In there for strike 3, looking, and Ben Bates grabs the final out. Gonna take a second look at the game-winning strikeout by Ben Bates, as he delivers breaking ball. Started at head area of Steckow and broke in, finding the zone just in time. So the Bulldogs will win 9-0 as they wallop over the Hornets. After a very close first game in this tournament between these two teams, the second game not nearly there. As we take a look at the numbers, 9-0 Bulldogs out-hit the Hornets 12-4. And just like the first game, errors the name of this one as the Hornets committed 3, and it allowed the Bulldogs to score those 9 runs. Scored 2 in the first inning, 1 in the 5th, and then back-to-back 3-run innings in the 8th and 9th. An exciting game for the Bulldogs as Nick Bruder goes 3 for 5, and Jake Burns 2 for 5, grabbing 2 RBIs. Easton Rogers went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs as well as the players of the games for the Bulldogs, but I don't think you can leave out the starting pitcher of the day. Ryan Davis went 8 1/3 innings pitched, as he went 126 pitches officially, gave up 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, faced 30 batters. He also went 1 for 4 hitting with an RBI, walked once. He came across home plate twice when he was on the base paths. As that'll do it for this one. 3:25 is the start time for Game 7 of the MIAA tournament. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. We'll see you there. My name is Sean Whitmer, and you've been watching MIAA tournament play on ACTV. show.